this is about, oh mate, this has got to be the biggest field. Look at that beautiful DB1 Ducati right down the tail end of the field. He's starting off the back of the grid. Must be something going on there. Maybe he didn't qualify. Maybe he's actually got a bit of a gap there. So that's right. Do it for safety. On pole position, Dean Bentley, first time on a bike for most of the year. That's got to be 327 there in second spot. And once again, I've got to go me 2 pages here. 327, I know the name, Ernie Cudby. 551, that's got to be Tony Ctas. 145 is on the front page. Paul Brown there, decent size wheelie there for Chris Sales here on 321 machine there, Connor.
Yeah, that was a good wheelie off the line for the XR down there, starting from the second row. He got up to third.
Yeah, that's about a 19. Oh, we got a bike down on the infield. Jeez. The guy was up. A bit of somersault there. He's up and he's away. The bike, he put his hand up down the infield, then went onto the grass and obviously found somewhere where the ducks live and couldn't handle that. So a bit of motarding. Oh, Chris Sales, that was a decent slide through the infield there, Connor.
Yeah, that was a good. He's obviously made a good move. He come up from, I think he was 6 on the grid, and he's up to second now. He's moving up the field quickly.
This thing started life as a about a 1974, I think, CR125 Elsinore motocross bike, and the old man Pete Sales squeezed an XR 500 in there, and a whole lot of thousands of hours of his own knowledge and his own hand tools and that sort of thing. And I think Pete Sales still holds the New Zealand 50cc speed record, which doesn't matter whether it's a 50 or an open class, mate. It's still the fastest thing in the countryside, and he still owns that. That's an excellent tuner from just down the road, Rangioto, just about 25 kilometres from here. So 6-lap race here for the North-South Challenge. Seen a few South Islanders up in the pits. I haven't had too much of a look around today. And your first time, it's not your first time in the commentary box, is it?
No, I've tried to come up here as much as I can, really, during a race meeting every once in a while. It's good to come up here and catch up with you.
Ernie Cudby out in the front there, 327. Have a guess how old he is.
I'm going to go 30.
30. No, I never said how many years he's been racing. He's been racing, he's probably been racing for nearly 60 years. Seriously, he's probably been racing for nearly 60 years.
What?
Yeah, no. I remember when he had the number 27 on his bike about 10 seasons ago. It was 27 seasons just about, but no, he'd be in his late 60s at least. Wow. And look at him, he's still out the front. And what's he on now? FZR 327, got to flip my page. He's had an FZR 600 motor in a 400, but and this is the bike there. But he's even popped out in the last couple of seasons with a 1000cc machine. So Tony Skrenar's there in third place, but he's getting reeled in by fourth place, which I think is Paul Brown on the 145 machine, if my timing screen is correct. Bear with us, folks. This is a manually operated timing system. It's pretty damn good, but certainly a lot more cost effective than the others, but it doesn't relay perfect lap time, so there'll be no lap records recorded this weekend, but it's the valuable information in that, and it's backed up by video, so it's not backyard stuff. It's certainly pretty damn good. Dean Bentley on the TSS Red Baron Yamaha there out in the front there, goes through there with Ernie there in second, Ernie Cudby in third place. 145's got ahead of Paul Brown. In fact, we've got Tony Skrenar's listed as the front, so we'll ignore that. It is, I've just got to go off eye and my memory here. Dean Bentley, then it is Ernie Cudby there, and we go back and it is number, I'm trying to look for the number there. That is 145. Then we go to Tony Skrenar's on the black CBR 600 551. That's Jock Woodley there on 626. 251 Tim Barnes there. I can't read all the numbers from the distance, but they are good, clear numbers. It's just relying on memory. Long time since I've seen a lot of these guys out on the track, but that's what's out in front of us. 6-lap race there. They go down into Higgins, the lead bike. Dino Bentley qualified on pole position, hasn't ridden a bike for most of the year. Used to do the Nationals, the New Zealand Superbike Championship Nationals on a Pro Twin. Decided if he got a post-classic bike, he could do a lot more meetings and maybe get to Australia as well. So out there doing what he does the best. He's won races. I think he won a race at Timaru some years ago and definitely won a race. He broke Roy Walker Holt's clean sweep one year. Dean didn't do the South Island, and he came up to the North Island, and Roy had won just about everything and thought it was easy, and all of a sudden Dean Bentley came out there and had the win at Taupo in the New Zealand Superbike Championships Pro Twin class. So this is the ability of the guy. I've got a few New Zealand Superbike Championships. We've got Connor London sitting here with us. He's done it for several seasons, and also Dan Metten. There's got to be several more. Who else is around the pits?
Ooh, there's Tyler.
The guy at the hot dog stand, he's at every Superbike championship.
There's Tyler Lincoln. He used to race in the 125s. He's got a few race wins from in the 125 championship. He's out here as well this weekend.
Indeed, and Lloyd Walker-Holt looking forward to getting back into it.
Yeah, he's pumped. He's it's the first time he's really had a full-size team backing him in the 600s. He was riding with Red Devil Racing on the Pro Twin for a year there. But yeah, now he went out on his own on the 600 to have a stab at it. So this year he's got the support of our crew up behind him. So he's really excited for that, and yeah, it's going to be great to see what he can do.
So back onto the track, Dean Bentley's got probably 250 metres down the back straight. We go back in about 100 metres to third spot, which is Paul Brown. In between him is Ernie Cudby on the 327 machine. Tony Sklenars is on the black CBR 600 Honda. Also racing sidecars, I've seen him, classic sidecars. I don't know whether he's out today. Haven't put that into my brain, but here he comes across the start-finish line there. Is the white flag? The white flag's still being pulled in, so this must be lap 4551. And Jock Woodley on the little bike. How many times has that guy retired? He was racing at... He was racing down at Greymouth just last weekend. Tim Barnes 251 goes through there on the beautiful Ducati, and that's 43, the RZ Yamaha. It would be 43 is Kerry Chapman on the TZR, actually, Yamaha. In behind him, I think that's got to be 199 Russell Forrest from the Kapiti Coast. 448 Craig Gein. Billy Worthington's gone through to take 10th spot on bike number 208. Just looking to see whether Mark McKenzie's still on the... Yep, Mark McKenzie looks like he's disappearing. Okay, let's go back to 11th. What's on the screen? I'm not sure who's refreshed and who's not. Tim Kendall, Mark Natueri is in 12th spot. Mark McKenzie, I think now, has gone through in 13, followed by Dion Torquest. Chris Sales did go through, but might have been missed there, so it's Tony Clark, Craig Peebles, Aaron D. Arth. I'm going to try and pick up a bike. Dick Water on bike 63. Is either gone through or in front of us. In fact, there is number 159. That'll be Terry Pragnell. Yes, indeed, Terry Pragnell. So Chris Sales is missing off the score sheet. Don't know whether he's parked up there or whether he just... Yep, no, there's Chris Sales coming out of the hairpin there. So that's just been missed. That's all right, that happens. It's we're only human somewhere along the line. So we've got to look out. The white flag is now out. So Dean Bentley has gone through in the lead. In fact, you can see Dean on turn 3 there. The very, very top. This is actually a 100% 90-degree corner, if that makes sense. It's a right-angle corner. It's not a sweeper as such. It's a right-angle corner, well banked though. And Dean Bentley's taken that. That's the left-hander through the S's. Then we go through the right-hander, back into the left-hander with a very, very tight hairpin. So Dean Bentley looks over his shoulder. He won't even see who's in second place. That is Ernie Cudby, who's just coming out now. He's held about 200 metres on him. We're going back to third place. 251 Tim Barnes. So what happened to the other two for third place? Paul Brown should be amongst that lot. No, actually, I'm sorry. I thought I recognised a red bike being Tim Barnes, but given the speed of Paul Brown on the 145 Yamaha ZR 600, he is still holding third place. So we're going to watch out for Dean Bentley. He is coming around that sweeper. There's a couple of lappers. In fact, there's a bike that looks like it's expired high up on the banking there. Dean Bentley comes through. First race for the season and first win. Perfect score there, 511 and pole position, of course. 327, Ernie Cudby goes through there. Somebody find out how old Ernie is, please. Need to refresh my memory banks. I do every year, but 145 takes third place. 551, Tony Sklenars goes through and puts his hand up, slowing down, and Jock Woodley on the beautiful little TZ 250. Jock, mate, he was racing back in the Marlborough Series in the early 80s. That's 45 years ago, so on the 626 TZ, and lovely presenter machine, and Jock's always good to talk to. Brother of John Woodley, who went to the Grand Prix, and also brother of Bruce Woodley and father of Vanessa Woodley Gill. So there are 4 of them in that family that I know of have been racing motorbikes. Okay, we'll just reel them off again. 511. Actually, you want to do this, Connor? Can you speed read, or you're right to that?
I'll give it a go. The first one was Dean Bentley for his first race of the year. Number 327, Ernie Cudby in second place. Paul Brown, Tony Sklenars, Jock Woodley, Tim Barnes, Kerry Chapman, Russell Forrest, Craig Green, and Billy Worthington.
Sorry to correct you.
To round out top 10.
Yeah, that's the top 10. We go after that. Mark Natueri, well done, mate. Tim Kendalls, Chris Sales, Dion Torquest has got ahead of Chris Sales. Actually, he's back on the score sheet there. Tony Clark goes through. Craig Peebles goes through in 16th spot, and then maybe Aaron Darth's gone through. I'm not too sure. We didn't quite pick up what that last bike was. So that's 17 people there. That's it, done and dusted. So that's round